talk about how I think 3D manufacturing and more customized manufacturing could lead to better electronics for a wide range of people. Now, I'm including everything from 3D printing, which could make the outer case. We're starting to talk about making for battery architecture. We're starting to talk about for making ways of generating power to cooling systems, and I'll talk briefly about each of those. To robots with their little hands that can assemble stuff better than the human beings or faster. And the challenge is to 3D to printers that print out electronics. Now, my basic idea would be that some people need different types of electronics. When you're talking about people, I prefer stronger, more durable electronics than most people because I break stuff a lot. I'm messy, and part of it's because of bad body coordination. Executive function mean I don't know what's going on as much. I'm also needed constantly more than most people, and all my stuff gets wear down more because I needed to plan out my daily functions very much. With executive function, I use it to help me communicate through texting or for pictures, and I do so much more with it and all my work's on it because I can't do all the normal physical work that a person can do. So I want a really portable one. I also want a powerhouse. I'm sorry, not a portable strong one. I also want a powerhouse because I don't mind actually if it weighs more or it's more bulky. It actually would help me lose it less because I really care though about it crashing or that I have to charge it, stuff like that. So more power, more thick would all be good for me, even for as a phone. And I don't like these new slimmer phones that I want a thick, good ones, or these slimmer computers. I want a thick one that just can do more. And also with the work I do, I want more power. Now, when you manufacture 50 of the same units, that doesn't work. Or and other people would prefer thinner and lighter ones because they might have muscle problems that even a small, lightweight thing weighs a lot to them. And other ones might want very big side screens because bigger side screens for communication. Other ones might want little ones that are more portable to carry around. Many reasons why. I mean, why can't we have a big giant? So I prefer small screens because it helps with headaches actually. So I'm the exception there. Other people like bigger screens because they just can't see as well. So having bigger screens would let them magnify more. And then there's also the cost. So you can make it more accessible having different cost levels. So not everyone has to get a really expensive one. Other ones is you could choose for some people have a ton of memory usage. I use it. I store a ton of pictures on my phone because it helps me remember stuff much more than text or audio recordings. Pictures really speak to me. Well, pictures speak to me. Kind of funny because, yeah, pictures don't talk. All these other things, and memories are very important, so that I also store a lot of pictures that way. I don't care too much about fancy graphic cards as much, except for when it comes to computation, but most computers actually have more than enough, rather better battery. But anyways, 3D printing could do it, and 3D printing, and also not assembly, because assembly then more manufacturing of chips. Now, 3D printed batteries could lead to a revolution because different parts of the computer heat up differently, and the part of the computer needs to be cooled down. Well, oftentimes batteries store a lot of heat and don't get rid of heat as well. So if you could place 3D print batteries, you could place them in more specific locations around the computer so it could cool off better. You could also, batteries are thick and don't vent as well. That would lead to new architectures instead of just having one solid battery, which is kind of what they're actually doing in the Tesla car. They're kind of also doing it in some planes they're now making, and a lot of other vehicles, and they call them structural batteries. They can also lead to higher strength. Another thing is you could move around the memory architecture more. And memory, how close memory is how close different parts of the computer can easily access it. And different parts of the computer heat up differently again. So cooling thing, huge benefit of all this stuff. And then other ways is you can have the GPU and CPU connected in different ways. Some people need more GPU, some people need more CPU, some people need a variety of architects. And that could lead to either a computer doing big numbers faster or parallel processors faster, have more artificial intelligence or less artificial intelligence, and more just traditional computing power. All these things could be made. What would be even cooler is if you had modular devices. And I think for us, or if you could have just devices made in a fancier hardware, like I'm wondering why can't we have a screen that's flip, so I can make my screen bigger or smaller and just flip out the screen and connect it, or what about screens that could connect and just make your whole computer bigger or smaller, or tablet or phone or whatever. All these great ideas. Then you can make more variety of sizes again, and much more. And it would be cheaper and more ethical, in my opinion, because of how it's produced, not using harsh labor. Well, thank you very much. I hope you found this interesting. Please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers in a year, which is really, really hard. And also 4,000 watched hours. But with your help, I think I can do it. Please also share and leave a comment behind, or like if you have anything to do with this video. And if you leave a comment behind, you can request future videos, ideas, or suggestions. Thank you very much. Goodbye.